We ain't got nothing else. Don't follow me in my truck, nigga. Like, I mean, you're pandering to the niggas, bro. We already know that's what you're doing.
Have a good one, Chud.
Yeah, you too. Go chimp out.
Nah, you watch what you say.
Or what, nigga?
To be honest with you, this guy has been around for quite some time, and I've just never covered him. So I just, I mean, it was obviously attention. CHUD the Builder. I know folks have been wanting us to talk.
Okay, look, I'm just going to say right off the bat what my sort of initial thoughts and views on this guy are, because I only really discovered this guy, like, real recently. Apparently, he shot himself outside of a court after trying to antagonize someone. Let's be real clear about who this guy is and what he was actually trying to do, what his business model was. Say some of the worst things you can think of specifically to African Americans in the hopes that they would attack him and then he would be legally justified in self-defense by killing them, recording it, and putting it online live for people to see. Antagonize them, shoot them, record it, get paid. That's it.
Talk about it. Your boy didn't want to indulge because I don't really like to do, guys who are basically rage baiting. If you aren't aware, he runs up to people, basically says the N-word a bunch of times and holds his weapon and then uses self-defense to go after anybody who attacks him after the fact.
We're in America, bro. They want to threaten your life, you take theirs. You put them on the ground, then you go live on Kick. You say, look at this dumb laying dead on the ground.
Holy shit, bro. Dude,
that's how you go. That's how you go viral. You'll get double the followers you got. I guess. Yeah, I don't want to have to kill them, but if they threaten your life, dude, you do it. You gotta stand up for your.
Okay, this is the issue I have with that. Okay, I learned this actually, ironically enough, through the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. Self-defense only really works if you don't provoke it. If I'm recording myself beforehand, and I'm all like, "Hey, listen." You see that guy over there? I'm going to go over there, say the most messed up shit I can think of in the hopes that they attack me. And then when they attack me, I'm going to shoot them, get off in self-defense, and make a ton of moolah out of the recording. That doesn't work in self-defense. That's not how self-defense laws operate. Fucking idiot.
To see the fact that he should have the right to be able to do this without being attacked. And then, if people are finding out that based off the laws, that may not be entirely true. And basically, CHUD's been arrested.
Well, it may not be entirely true. It isn't true. Like, self-defense only works if you're acting in self-defense. If I antagonize someone in the hopes they attack me so that I can shoot them and get cash from the stream, by definition, that's not self-defense. That's provocation.
For attempted murder. Nobody's surprised because everyone thought he was on a crash course, including CHUD himself, who said he was going to kill a chimp or something like that. So there's a lot of questions in regards to whether or not this is going to be able to pan out in court. But right now he's held on like 1.25 million bail.
Yeah, this all makes complete sense. Like the court's doing its job, and the fact that people are out there defending this as self-defense is truly weird and alien to me. I don't understand it.
Facing 38 years, maybe more in prison for having shot someone, including himself. And so I've seen a lot of legal analysis about whether or not he's going to go to jail or whatever's going to happen, and it remains to be seen. I think it was right in front of the courthouse.
Yeah, because he was going there for another case.
I'm blown away by that. The guy was going to a courthouse about another case and started streaming and did this outside the courthouse. Like, of all places. Why?
Builder appeared in court this morning after investigators say he shot a man outside the Montgomery County Courthouse.
So we're actually seeing that investigators say that Etherly shot another man outside the Montgomery County Courthouse after an argument turned physical Wednesday afternoon.
What details do you think are important to highlight?
The fact that
okay, I'm hoping he says, well, here's the sort of Michael said, the things I think about is the fact that one, he intentionally antagonized people in the hopes that they attack him so that he does get a reaction that he can film and that he can put onto his stream. That's it. It's all about content. There is no valid self-defense here. What happened is he did what he'd always done, which is antagonize people. The person who's antagonizing usually thinks, okay, you know what? I'm not risking my life for this. So they just kind of back away or whatever, right? So he gets some content. This person apparently thought, screw that, I'm going for this guy, and he shot himself in the arm. So, well done.
he shot himself. That's one thing that we have to look at. We have to also look at the definition of free speech. People throw
and the definition of self-defense.
Right. They're gonna try to use the past streams to depict who he is and what he is as a person. Whenever you
this is not a free speech. This is not someone on a campus having a debate about the boundaries of free speech and whether or not they should have boundaries, whether hate speech exists or anything like that. This is a person who very clearly states, my express goal is to say as the most disgusting things I can to another person in the hopes they attack me so that I can make money from the stream. That's it. His argument is, hey, I don't like it. I'm not going to like doing it, but I'm going to do it and I'm going to make money from it. That's what I want to do. That's my goal. That's my path to like notoriety and fame and wealth. That's his. It's nothing to do with speech. It's all about cash, all about clicks.
This guy is known to antagonize people, to go around and antagonize.
It's his grift. It's how he makes his money. This is literally how it's his business plan. It's like, I go around antagonizing people, expressly with the hope that they react, attack me so that I can shoot them, even though that's, I don't want to do it, he says, but that's, that is there. It does exist. It's a real possibility. And he's comfortable with it. He's accepted that, hey, I will accept this risk, this trade-off for the money that comes with it. And that's what he does.
Racial stories, stuff like that.
I see different people have discussions about this and like, oh, there's many things that are true all at the same time. Mm-hmm. Ideally, we live in a world where you don't attack somebody because they said things, but that world just doesn't exist. It's never existed in my lifetime, so I don't know why we're pretending. There's no place on this planet where you can go around saying specific things that are going to antagonize the local population. And then,
I mean, look, I'm not going to get into a conversation here about like the merits of whether or not the N-word should have the impact it should have, because, quite frankly, I'm not stepping on that landmine, and that's a long conversation that I'm not really qualified to talk about. But it's also kind of beside the point. Like, he used it not out of some question of freedom of speech in a debate or something along those lines. He used it specifically because he wanted to get a reaction from it. He wanted the reaction. That was the goal. Okay, if African Americans were like, you know what, this word doesn't impact us anymore, so we don't care, his attitude wouldn't be, oh, thank goodness, there's an enlightenment here, we're all on the same page. His attitude would be, oh, this sucks, how am I going to make money? Okay, he wanted it. He needed it to have the impact it did.
I think you're going to constantly get away with it, whether you end up in jail, dead, whatever it is. The reality is, he was playing on the line. He knew what he was doing, and he got the inevitable end to what he was doing.
What, shooting yourself?
Yeah. I mean, a violent situation that ends badly. Shooting yourself sounds like, but like, it happens often. Negligent discharges, people
surprisingly often, actually. But yeah, I mean, Abba's absolutely right. That's exactly the point I was making. It was like he if it wasn't this word, it would have been something else. It would have found another word, another phrase, something else that was deeply emotionally personal to somebody that he could use in order to get a response, in order to get clicks. That was the goal. It was never about, advancing freedom of speech or conversations about history or conversations about the impact words have on groups and whether or not it's still justified today and blah, 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 blah.
He might get off. I don't know. We'll see.
He might.
Some people say the stage is just doing this because they don't. They're worried about how it looks optically. This man running around calling everyone the N-word, and he just walks out of jail the next day. Ideally, you don't want the state to just hold someone in prison if they don't think they have a case. But
well, I mean, the point. I mean, it's United States. I mean, First Amendment. So if someone wants to go around screaming the N-word, I mean, legally they can do, I suppose, because it depends kind of on the state. But I mean, that isn't the question at hand here. It's why were you doing it? And if the reason you were doing it is because you hope someone would attack you so that you could shoot them and then claim self-defense, that's a very different question legally, at least from my understanding, than just a freedom of speech question.
Off of the statements he's made in the past, the premeditated aspect of the fact that he wanted to kill someone desperately. He was initiating these situations, hoping to murder somebody. That speaks to a different level where the self-defense angle starts to look wonky. It's not about free speech or not being able to say what you want to say. This is a different thing. Now, that's going to be for the courts to decide. But if you're asking me, that's how I personally feel about it. But some people talk about the fact that he might be gay. They pulled up pictures of him.
That had nothing to do with the...
Hold up. the reason why it's being brought up is the idea that he would have these involvements apparently with like these kinds of black women or black doms. I don't really remember what it was, but it does speak to a closeted nature that some people are pointing to, because they had some outfits of him in dresses and stuff like that. And some people who may be closeted do present a very violent nature because of their inner conflict.
I don't know about that, but okay.
Myron.
Again!
Fair enough. Actually, maybe. Actually, I never thought about that.
I wasn't going to go there, but yeah, you get the point. I saw all kinds of things floating around. The idea that you're going around instigating violent situations, hoping you can kill somebody. Yeah, I want you off the streets.
True.
That's me. What do you guys?
Yeah. If you're the sort of person whose goal in life is to go around, thinking I'm going to antagonize someone, I'm going to antagonize a group of people, hope that they respond so that I can attack them back, hopefully kill them and make money from it. I don't want you. I don't want you walking the same streets as me. I just don't. There's something horrifically uncivilized about that. But okay, let's leave it there.